All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Friday, the 29th of November, said today by Imogen, who, if memory serves, is another alias of Vulcan, more difficult. Anyway, let's see what Imogen has. Revolutionary murdered by Sweetie in battle. I think it's going to be a revolutionary. Is it going to be a generic term or a specific name? I think maybe a word for murdered, and then something for your sweetie, honey, or something inside. A word for battle. It's an awful lot of wordplay for just 8 letters. I'm not thinking of anything. Let's try the Downs. Conspiracy theorist hacks into my mouse. Um, is it a conspiracy theorist? But I'm wondering if it could be a mouse, and then you put something into M. Well, Mickey would be the obvious. Um, oh, there is that. Oh, David Icky or Ike, who said he was the son of God and the world was going to end. And I think lately he's been peddling terrible conspiracy theories. So I think it is Mickey Mouse. All right, so now our revolutionary, beginning with M, still can't think of one. How about beads of sweat are running initially in a line? Um, Running initially, I think will be an R, and that goes in a line, A-L, A-R-L. Yeah, I'm not sure. Pearls might be beads, but um, that would leave P-E-S outside of A-R-L. No, don't get that. Tasty, shoot, cooked in volume. Well, cooked can be an anagram indicator, so I'm thinking we're going to cook our anagram, the word shoot, in a 4 letter word for volume, and it's going to mean tasty with the letters of shoot inside it. Uh, yeah, I don't see that at all. Snack starts to appear with which a husband has to leave. I'm thinking maybe it's a snack, and the starting letters to appear with which AW, and then a husband has to. Do we remove AH? Or could to leave be the definition like take? Well, take your leave, take something or other, or make. Uh, no, I don't know. I'm gonna go on with the Downs. Present from Hove. Well, Hove, I think, is a town. Is it near Brighton? Brighton and Hove Albion. But I think it's also a past tense verb. I know, I think from maybe Woodhouse. I'm always referencing Woodhouse. I think that was one of my primary authors when I was young. But somebody hove into view. Isn't that what he would say? So I can see maybe if to appear somehow, a word for that will also mean, oh, it could either be present, to give or offer, or a present, a gift, or the present now. No, don't get it. Bed roll shortly needed for game. Oh, well, I just thinking of the game cribbage because I was thinking what are synonyms of bed and crib comes up or cot. Ah, yes, the roll is a bagel, and it is shortly because we drop the final letter. All right. Slow going today. Guarantee user is to negotiate with city. Which end is the definition here? Guarantee or is it a city? What's the negotiate? Must be wordplay of some kind. I don't know if that can be an anagram indicator. I think anything can be an anagram indicator nowadays. No. All right, back to the crosses, and I'm going to take a water break. All right, sheds hair at first into bags. Well, I think we have to separate sheds hair. So I think sheds is the definition. The first letter of hair is an H. Bags might be sacks, and if we put the H in, we get shacks. I missed Tom Cruise amazingly as client. Well, Tom Cruise has 9 letters. We remove the I. The I is missed. And then amazingly, here's an anagram indicator. Amazingly. I think we're going to have customer, oops, as an anagram of Tom Cruise minus I. Lunatics, love for a food plant. Well, love can be O, so I'm thinking it's going to be maybe a word, 5 letter word for lunatic, and then the O, and it's going to be a food plant. What is that going to be? Lunatic, manico, is that a food plant? No, I don't see that. Uh, Sod the planet, I think, excuse me, that has to be Earth. Double definition, a sod might be some Earth, and of course our planet. All right, clan taking Christian Day as an annual occurrence. Um, well, clan could be kin. I think Christian maybe can be abbreviated to C, and then day could be a D, or it could be mon, tu, wed, etc. And I think annual occurrence is going to be, oh, we have that B should be helpful. So is it going to be maybe an annual holiday? Or is there a word for something that occurs annually? No. Oh, I just realized I'd moved my microphone out of the way, so maybe I'm a little quieter than usual. Maybe that's a good thing, but I'm going to pause and move it to its normal place. All right, hopefully I'm not too loud now. Sigh indicated when conclusion can't be reached. Oh, well, I'm just thinking if the conclusion can't be reached, the phrase no end in sight. And I was going to say an anagram of sigh. Oh, no, yeah, this is very. I was going to say it can't be an anagram because there's no O there. But it's one of these where you have to read the answer as if it's a cryptic clue almost. If there's no end in the word sight, then it just becomes sigh. All right. A urethra well operated on is a crowning glory. I have to double check, make sure this isn't a Paul crossword. All right. Surely we're going to anagram a urethra well, and that's going to give us a crowning glory. Nothing is jumping out. I'm looking just for 6 letter words within those letters. No. So I'll wait until I get a letter or two for that. European friend swallows excellent herbal remedy. All right, I think we're going to maybe have E for European and then a word for friend like pal or mate. And that's going to swallow a word for excellent. Oh, it could be A1, AI. And that's going to, I think, be a herbal remedy. I can't think of any. No, gotta press on, I'm afraid. Such unwelcome weather imparts a little sun. Almost sounds like a hidden clue, but yeah, 3 words would be too long for a 5-letter hidden. Such unwelcome weather in part. Yeah, and why is it in parts, plural? Like if it was just hidden, it would be in part, I think. Yeah, don't see that. Hunt participants in hospital, not with injuries. Yeah, I'm wondering if it might be the definition not with injuries, like unharmed or intact, maybe? What are the hunt participants? Is there a short synonym for that? And in hospital might be inside A and E, RENT. Yeah, maybe EN and then ending in T, not with injuries. Uh, Unhurt? No, don't see it. But yeah, I kind of like unhurt. I mean, it has the letters of hunt, but then a UR. Um, no, don't see it. All right, one withdrawing approval for such a fashionable label. Wow. I presume, yeah, this reads like a double definition where one withdrawing approval is the straight definition, and then it might be read as for such a fashionable label. I'm thinking fashionable could be in, it might be an in prefix. No, don't see it. All right, let's go ahead and finish the acrosses. Policeman wants a stripper. All right, I think, yeah, if you break it there, once upon a time it was a word for a policeman. Well, I think reference to Robert Peel. They were called peelers, and a stripper might be a peeler. Son with long hair, unable to relax. So I think I immediately saw long hair or anything to do with hair. I think of tress. Sun can be S. So I think it's stresses, long hair and unable to relax, stresses. Not 100% sure on the ending there, but we'll give it a go. All right, did I get anything good? Yeah, I did get some good ones for here. That one I thought might be pearls, obviously not. But I do wonder, let's see, beads of sweat are running initially in a line. Yeah, don't see that. Oh, actually, I do think of rosary. Ah, so beads, rosary beads are running. Oh yeah, so it's actually the initial letters of sweat are running, OSAR, and they go inside a line we just saw the other day, I think, referencing the railway RY. All right, well, there's our anagram of shoot. Definitely looks. Oh, I'm thinking toothsome. Yes, and the volume, I was thinking music volume, turn up the volume, but no, it's a book, a tome. All right. Ah, the revolutionary who was murdered, I think, is Marat. Ah, and your sweetie you might call Honey or Hun, and Marathon was a famous battle, of course. All right, snack starts to appear. Oh, could it be like oven? I don't know, oven ready chips or open sandwich, maybe? Would be a snack. Um, I no, I think you call it an open face sandwich, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll come back. Here's our present from Hove, our present. Let me pause and think about that. No, don't say anything for it. Or my guarantee user is to negotiate. A guarantee could be a security. Ah, I think negotiate is an anagram, and we're anagramming user and city together. That's clever. All right, this was our lunatic's love. So it doesn't end in O as I thought. For a food plant. No. All right, Allies report false warning of plot. Oh, let's see, 12 letters. Allies report is 12, and I'm wondering if false is an anagram indicator. We do have an I and a T, and then it would be a warning of plot. Well, maybe against my better judgment, I'm going to try the anagram helper. I'm not even sure I'm on the right lines here, but let's try. What would be a warning of plot? Um, no, not seeing. What's the 5 letter word ending in T going to be? Sport? Something sport? And the two L's, are they going to go together? No, I think I need more letters. All right. Gloomy, go to bed, having paid for cover round it. Well, having paid for cover round it sounds like wordplay. So then gloomy would be the definition. 9 letter word beginning with S. No. And then go to bed, having paid. Having paid for, like subbed or, no. In public, he made a mess of top quality. No. No value keeping you in shed. Okay, another shed. Um, So I presume no value is the definition, and maybe U is just the letter U that goes inside a word. It might be a past tense verb for shed, or another building like a shed or a shack. Outhouse. Oh, I do like outhouse as a shed, and then no value keeping you. Let me type it in and just see if I can make out any wordplay. No. I'll leave it in, but I think I'm going to be removing that one in the not too distant future. All right, addicts run out of sympathizers. So I think we have to think of a 7-letter word for sympathizers and remove an R for run to get addicts. What are some words for addicts? Like, well, users, but drug fiends. Oh, I wonder if it could be like friends. Would friends be sympathizers? This is another one I'm going to put in, but I'm not very hopeful. I think if that's right, I think maybe addicts as fiends I can see a little more easily than friends for sympathizers, but all right. Why bridge is more than wide enough for car? I presume this is just a cryptic definition. Why bridge is more than wide enough for car? No, it's like a riddle, isn't it? Might find that in our Christmas crackers. Poke say horse to get up. Yeah, so the key to this one is looking at the word say and realizing it might mean for example, which would be e.g. And since we have an E, then maybe the word ends in that, and then maybe to poke somebody is to nudge them. And one of the many short words for a horse that you'll find is a dun. I think it's a brown colored horse. I need to look that up one of these days. But you reverse all of that, it gets up and you get your nudge. All right. We've looked at everything once, and well, it's not my worst one this week. I've had 2 really bad ones this week, but not great, not great. Oh, and that includes, of course, some that I'm not very sure of. Um, I do have a U and an E now for my urethra. A crown, yeah, all right. And I suppose it'll give me a chance to just verify I have the right number of letters. Crowning glory. Well, I suppose something to do with your hair would be a crowning glory. Isn't that what people say? If you have a fine head of hair, it's your crowning glory. But it might be literally something like a crown of some kind. Oh, how about a laurel wreath? There we go. That would be, I think. I'm always reluctant to say literally because it's so misused, but I think that would be a crowning glory. All right. In public, he made a mess. Oh, in public, let's see, 8 letters. Yeah, I think we have the L and the P, so it's public anagrammed, I think made a mess of, and it's going to mean top quality. But is it in public? Oh no, it must be public he. Yeah. Because in, I think, would definitely be a linking word saying in this anagram you will get top quality. funny. The C is a little off, or whatever, the fourth letter is off center. Um, yeah, they're not great letters for an anagram. Oh, blue chip. They are good letters for an anagram. A blue chip stock, I suppose I've heard of. All right. Oh, there is a herbal remedy. I think it begins with ECH. Echinacea. Oops. Let's leave the. Oh, so maybe outhouse is right. Echin. Yeah, that's how I would, but that might be something completely different. European. Ah, the friend is a China, yeah, from Cockney rhyming slang, China plate mate, right? And then excellent is ace. All right. Let's see. 24 looks like hounds. Ah, hunt participants would be hounds. So let's see. In hospital, is H. When you see the sign with an H on it, you know it's a hospital. Um, and then injuries are wounds, but not with, which is abbreviated to W. That's clever too. I mean, the way it's worded is very convoluted. All right, the bottom left is looking not actually the left hand side altogether is coming together. Ah, this does look like an open sandwich. I'm going to put it in and take my chances. Snack. So that must be the definition. Oh, I do see which a husband has to leave, I think just gives us W. In fact, I think with is and which. So you have and which minus the H, and that leaves us opens. So I think starts to appear might be opens. We'll take a look at 15 squared to double check that. All right, this was our clan. Oh, what is this annual occurrence? Yeah, I think it might be one of those solar things like at Stonehenge or the Irish one whose name escapes me. But what's clan going to be? And then day, as an annual occurrence. Maybe clan is the definition, but I don't think so. No, let's try our, oh yeah, still the H there for present. We've had that from the beginning. How about our gloomy? Now we have the T. Oh, saturnine, I think can mean, well, I've seen the word. I'm going to look it up so I don't completely embarrass myself. Yes, so it does mean melancholic, I suppose, or gloomy. Go to bed having paid. Oh, turn in is go to bed. Ah, and having paid for cover. Oh, this brings me back when you would order things from comic or something, wherever, and you'd have to send a self-addressed envelope, an SAE. Do kids still do that? Are there still places where there? Of course, it's all online now, so and you probably just pay for the postage. But those were the good old days, and then you'd wait your 4 to 6 weeks for it to show up. All right, such unwelcome weather, in parts a little sun. Well, I'm thinking rainy might be unwelcome. Ah, that's very clever. Oh, I love that. The word in parts goes in between. A little sun would be a ray of sun. I like that. All right. Ooh, the Y should be helpful here. Why bridge is more than wide enough for car. I'm wondering about a bypass, but don't ask me why that would be right. I'm just thinking it's something to do with traveling by cars. Um, why bridge is more than wide enough? No. Well, I'm going to go ahead and check that one. Oh, so this must be, yeah, so maybe stressed. Ah, all right. Let me just make a note. I had one wrong there. So with long hair is tressed. All right. And then unable to relax, I suppose, would be stressed. Yeah, that fits better. All right. So not bypass. Let me pause and sip my water and think about it. Ah, it's a very cleverly hidden clue. um, by saying that the words why bridge is more than wide enough. It has more letters than it needs to spell hybrid for a car, type of car. Clever. All right, one withdrawing approval. Such a yeah, I think actually I had it the wrong way round. I think the straight definition is a fashionable label would be a designer label, but you might also read that as de-signing, withdrawing your approval. I think that's right. Let's check it. Yes, it is right. All right, just this long one here. Oh yeah, this one I thought was Allies report, and I don't see any letters to make me change my mind. So let's shuffle that, and it should be a warning. Oh, a something alert, of course. So I need the L, so that's going to leave SPSOPRL. Spoiler alert. Oh, wow, that's great. I was thinking, of course, I'm sure that's the way we were supposed to read it, as warning us about like the gunpowder plot, but it's warning us of the plot of a film for a spoiler alert. Very clever. Does that help me now with my clan taking Christian Day as an annual occurrence? Is there any other meaning of clan? No, I can't think of one. So what is this going to end with? Uh, Celiac or something like that. Lunatic's love. I mean, lunatic could be an anagram indicator, but we have the I and the C from lunatic. Are we going to somehow... But they come together in the clues, but they're not in the answer, so it's not a hidden. Uh, all right, I think I'm going to have to wave the white flag early today and just look at wordplays.com and see what words have that I in the C. Ah, I'm glad I looked that one up. I'm not sure I've heard of manioc, but now I see the wordplay is you think of a word for lunatic, which is maniac. I should have thought of maniac. And then you replace the A with an O, love for A, and you get manioc, which is something to do with, it's the source of tapioca. I did like tapioca when I was very young. Of course, very easy to eat. So now our present from Hove must be HEA, HOA. Let me pause and think about those possibilities. Well, I think it's actually, I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I did say, oh, Hove can be a verb. Um, and that I think I remembered it was in the past tense. Well, the present tense, and I think I never even knew this myself, is heave. To heave into view, he hove into view. And so I think that's all there is to that one, is just come up with the present tense. Of course, because it's capitalized, especially I think if you're living in Britain, you're going to immediately think of the town. All right. Oh, well, now 13 surely must be September. Ah, yes, a clan can be a sept. Now, how is the ember coming around? Taking Christian day. But I think just the annual occurrence is September. So I don't fully understand. I don't even, well, I partially understand it, but not much. All right, let's check all. Everything is still there. All right, let's head over to 15 squared. All right, the blog today is by Andrew. Good solid puzzle. Oh, I thought it was more than solid. I thought there were a few I really enjoyed. Maybe one or two I questioned. I think I followed all of the acrosses except for 13. So a clan, yeah, is a sept plus ember. All right, I'm going to click on ember. Ember days. Oh, quarter tense in Ireland, whatever that is, are quarterly periods of prayer and fasting. I have never heard of, well, of course, but I've never even heard of this Irish term, supposedly quarter tense. They were eliminated in 1966, so I would not remember that. And there's an Ember Day tart. All right. So that's today I learned, although I probably won't remember it, but a Christian day then would be an ember. I think we'll have a lot of people in the comments saying they'd never heard of that. Let's see. Open, yeah, opens and which, less the first H. And then hove is the past tense, heave is the present. Yeah, that's all there is to that one. Good fun as always. Oh yeah, is a fiend an addict? Well, I think I had more. Yeah, let me take a look at. Oh, where was that? Sympathizers. Yeah, I think I have more trouble with friends being sympathizers. Um, Absolutely no idea about both bits of September. Who knew about the quarterly periods of prayer? Not this old heathen. All right. All right. Yeah, I won't waste any more of your time. Anyway, finally got there. Thanks as always for watching and have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend.